Hello friends, I welcome you on BYJU'S Exam Prep, India's most comprehensive preparation platform for all engineers. All the candidates who are joining me live, just comment and tell me whether my audio and visual quality, everything is clear so that we can start with the session. Till you are going to report me this about the audio and visual quality, let me just brief you what is the ideal duration and what is the agenda of this session. Friends, the ideal duration of this session is going to be approximately 45 minutes, but believe me, if you have more questions, if you have more doubts, if you have something which you want to clear, which you want to remove your confusion on which, then definitely we can extend the time also. So it is just going to be a tentative duration for the session. What is the agenda of the session? My friend, in this session, as we are focusing more and more on the interview or the personality test part for various PSUs which recruit through GATE examination, or various higher studies opportunities like MTech and other higher studies opportunities through GATE examination. But let me tell you very frankly, this session is going to be equally important for all those candidates who want to appear in any interview in their life. Because when it comes to interview, there are some common streaks which you can find in most of the repeated interviews for your career options. So everybody who is joining me, just quickly confirm your presence in the comment section and tell me once again whether my audio, visual quality, everything is clear so that we can start with the session. Good evening, Jagdish. How are you? Welcome to the session. All the candidates who are watching me live, just quickly confirm your presence and keep on interacting with me. It's going to be a very funny session. It is going to be very entertaining session, and with very simple methods and very simple words, you will understand that what all is required, what all ingredient is required to excel in any interview in your life. Yes, everyone, just tell me in the comment section. Are you able to follow me? Yes, very interesting question asked by Mr. Parvinder Singh. He is asking, sir, is this a technical interview session or HR interview session? I will try to cover most of the aspects of technical and HR interview. So don't worry about that. Just sit back, relax yourself and enjoy the session. Everything is good. Amit is saying everything is clear. So friends, now let us start with the session, and let me once again tell you that even though we are focusing more and more on various IITs, higher education opportunities and related interview preparation, and obviously the PSUs, various PSUs, and let me tell you, when it comes to various PSUs interviews, there is hardly any proper guidance which is available on internet. So this session is going to be a very important session for all those who are going to make it to the final list in the GATE examination, because GATE 2022 examination result is going to be out very soon, and on the basis of that result you will be getting interview calls from various IITs for higher education, and some of you might be getting interview calls for various PSU recruitments. So this session is going to be extremely important for you, because I am going to discuss today what all ingredient is required when you are going to face a very tough competitive interview for your career options. So are you ready, guys? Just tell me in the comment section, are you ready? Yes or no? Some of you may be joining me for the first time, so there is a brief introduction about myself. My name is Ashutosh. As you can see on the screen, 11 plus years of teaching experience, completed MTech from IIT PSU in 2010, written a couple of books on engineering ethics and power system, and these are my areas of expertise. Before we proceed for the session, my friend, let me tell you a very important information. Tomorrow, 5th of March, 8 p.m. in the evening, on the same BYJU'S Exam Prep channel, we are going to start a very important series of sessions for GATE 2023 and 2024. In tomorrow's session, along with me, there will be your favorite and my favorite Rakesh Talreja sir, and we are going to discuss what is going to be the strategy, right time to start, and tips and tricks to crack the GATE examination with a good rank. So just set your alarms right and do not miss this session. Tomorrow, 5th of March, 8 p.m. in the evening. This is going to be a very important session for all those candidates who are aspiring for the next year GATE 2023 or next to next year GATE 2024 examination. Is it clear for everybody? Now, before we proceed, everybody just quickly like the session, share it with your friends so that more and more people are going to be benefited with this effort, and do not forget to subscribe to BYJU'S Exam Prep ESE and GATE English YouTube channel, and do not forget to hit the bell icon so that all the important notifications are going to reach to you in the right time. Let me just brief you what all I am going to discuss today as far as the interviews related to various IITs and PSUs are going to concern. I have highlighted 5 important points which are required for any interview in your life, especially IIT higher studies, that is your MTech programs, and the PSU's interviews. The first thing I'm going to discuss is the role of technical knowledge. This is going to be extremely important. This is going to be extremely important. All those candidates who are thinking once the GATE examination is over, once the written part of the examination is over, now we are only going for group discussions or some HR round. There is no need of technical education. My friend, you are living in a fool's paradise, because when it comes to GATE examination, it's all about technical expertise and technical aptitude. So the first thing I'm going to discuss is the role of technical knowledge in these interviews. The second thing is the role of interpersonal communication skills. This is also going to be extremely important. This is also going to be extremely important. And at this stage, I would suggest you do not segregate any of these points in between MTech, higher studies, IITs interviews or PSU's interviews. Both, or you can say all 5 these points or the attributes are going to be equally important, whether you are appearing for the PSU's interviews or you are appearing for any of the higher studies MTech program interview. The third thing is going to be what to prepare for interviews at IITs. IITs means when you are aspiring for joining any of the higher studies MTech program in any of the IITs with your using your GATE 2022 or any of the GATE score, then what preparation strategy you should follow. That is what I am going to discuss. Then the fourth point is what to prepare for interviews when you are going for PSUs. Is it clear for everybody? Just tell me in the comment section, because I see very less comments in the comment section, so I do not feel motivated for the session. But if you want me to give my 100%, you have to motivate me with your fire symbols and the heart symbols, so that I also get motivated, and when I get motivated, I can motivate you. Is it clear, everybody? Rajshekhar, this session is not about up to what rank you can expect PSU interview call, but definitely I will give you enough window of opportunity to ask any random doubt related to your performance in the GATE examination and what are the possible opportunities. But please wait for the right time, and let me just proceed through the session. At the fag end of the session, I will give you enough opportunities to ask all of your random doubts. Yes, the fifth and the last part that I'm going to discuss is the technical integrity is the key to success in interviews. Now you will say, sir, why you have written technical interview? Simply because when it comes to GATE examination, it is more and more about technical dimension, technical bent of your mind. Are you getting this? Are you getting this? Is it clear? So let us start with the first important topic that you have to understand for your interviews as per the upcoming GATE 2022 result. My friend, what is the role of technical knowledge? What is the role of technical knowledge? Can I know how many people belong to which particular engineering stream? I want to have a voting. In the comment section. I just want to know whether you belong to civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electronics engineering, computer science, or whatever is your branch, mechanical engineering. Just tell me in the comment section so that I can give you a suitable example so that you can understand what I'm actually trying to communicate to you. What is the role of technical knowledge when it comes to PSUs or the MTech programs interviews? So we are getting almost all the branches. So one candidate I got from electrical. So Ajay Krishna is there. Yes, because I belong to electrical engineering, so I think it is going to be right to use an example from electrical engineering. Let me tell you, if you have cleared the GATE examination with a very good score, definitely you must be having a very good command over DC machines. Suppose I teach machines, so I am talking about DC machines. Suppose you are having a very good command over DC machines. Now, when you go for the interview, he may not be asking you what is the circuit diagram of DC machines. He may not be asking you what are the various phenomena, whether it is going to be armature reaction or whether it is going to be commutation or any other phenomena in the DC machine. And suppose he is asking you the application. Suppose he is going to ask you the application part. For example, if you see the DC series motors, I know this example is not going to be very useful for other candidates, but the crux of my conversation is definitely going to reach out to you. Any candidate who has scored a very good rank in the GATE examination, he must be quite comfortable with the DC machine topic. But when it comes to the application part, suppose he is putting a question in front of you about the DC series motor. And suppose he is asking why DC series motor is used in case of traction. All the electrical candidates must be understanding what I am trying to say. Why DC series motors are used in traction? What is the reason? Are you getting this? Are you getting this? So when it comes to any of the interview, you cannot ignore the role of the technical knowledge. But the way you have to represent your knowledge in the interview is going to be definitely different. When it comes to the written part of your examination, because the person who is going to judge your performance is not sitting in front of you, the same question paper set is going to be distributed for each and every student. Now here comes the ability to use your memory, to use your analysis and use your aptitude and time management, how you answer questions in the written part of the examination. But when it comes to interviews, it's not only up to that level. You have to go a little extra mile, because already you have prepared up to this level, but when you are going for interview, the people who are sitting in the interview panel, they are expecting a little bit extra from your side in comparison to other students. How you can differentiate yourself with other students? There is only one thing. There is only one thing. Whatever you have read, just read the latest relevant practical application or any of the classical application related to that particular topic or the subject. If you see, most of the interview questions, they are repeated. They are already available on the BYJU'S Exam Prep app. If you see, most frequently asked questions in various interviews, IITs or the PSUs, they are already available on the BYJU'S Exam Prep app. You can go there, you can join the app, you can download the app and you can sign in and you can solve those questions, see those questions and practice those questions. But the idea is, do not ignore the role of technical knowledge. Let me give you one real life story from my struggle days. When I was struggling to get into any of the IITs, I was quite destined to appear in one of the interviews in IIT Bombay. When I went there, I was thinking already I have cleared the GATE examination with a good rank. Now I will wear a very good coat, a very good red tie or blue tie, whatever you want, and I will just go to the interview and I will get my MTech seat confirmed. When I reached the IIT Bombay campus and when I entered the room, it was a very small room and there were 2 beds and there were 4 occupants. Along with me, there were 3 students. Out of those 3 students, there was one student who was reading all night differential equations. I was unaware. I was coming from a small town. I was not aware what to read, what not to read. But what I witnessed, that this candidate is reading all the night differential equations. Somehow I gathered my energy and asked him, he was unknown at that point of time, that why you are only focusing on differential equation. He told me that when it comes to IIT Bombay, they are going to conduct a written test because number of candidates are going to be very large, and definitely 2 to 3 questions you will be getting in that conventional written paper from the differential equations. Now this is how you have to understand. Various IITs, they are not only just going to take the interviews, there may be, as per the number of applicants, there may be some further written test also. So you don't ignore the importance of technical knowledge. This is going to be extremely important, my friend. Is it clear, everybody? Just tell me in the comment section. Are you able to follow what I'm trying to say? Do not discontinue your studies. There is one old saying in Hindi. I should not use Hindi because this is English channel, but still the impact is going to be great. There is one old saying in Hindi that "Jaat mara tab janiye jab 13वीं ho jaye." So until and unless you are finally getting your name in the final selected list of the candidates, whether it is PSUs or any of the higher studies MTech program, do not get into your comfort zone. Keep on doing your studies, keep innovating yourself, keep enhancing your limits, pushing your limits, and then only you will be able to perform better in these interviews. Is it clear, everybody? Just tell me in the comment section. Is it clear? Are you able to understand what is the role of technical knowledge? Now, if you have appeared, if you have given a very good performance in the GATE examination, don't be overconfident. Before you go for any of the interviews in any of the IITs or the PSUs, better you keep on revising your subjects. Keep on adding some 2-3 more extra steps in your technical knowledge. That will be a feather in your cap, and that will give you great advantage over other students. This is very important time for all of you. Very, very important time. Let us go to the next part of our discussion. What is the role of interpersonal communication skills? When I say about interpersonal communication skills, if you are going for a job, in any of the PSUs, then definitely, my friend, your interpersonal skills are going to be extremely important. And let me remove this one very, very important myth from all of your mind. When I say interpersonal communication skills, I'm not at all talking about English. If you belong to any other language, if you belong to Hindi medium, or if you're not comfortable with English, don't worry about it. Communication is not dependent on any of the language. It's the way you respond with your eyes. It's the way you respond with your body language. It's the way you smile on the most difficult question asked in the interview panel. So your body language, your verbal or non-verbal communication is going to have a very great impact, especially when you are going for PSU jobs. Because after clearing that particular interview or the group discussion round, finally you will be having a job. But definitely, whatever job you are going to enter, that job is going to be quite competitive, and it demands a very high level of commitment and responsibility. Suppose you are going to join NTPC or Power Grid or any of the Maharatna PSUs with the help of your GATE score in 2022. Now, please understand, just one single decision from your hand can affect the life of lakhs and lakhs of common people. So definitely, when they are going to give you this much large responsibility and authority, definitely they are going to check your interpersonal communication skills. Are you able to follow this? Are you able to follow this? Tell me in the comment section. Now, if you ask me, sir, how we are going to improve upon this, because very less time is there. Anytime, up to 15 March, anytime the GATE exam result is going to be soon released. So what to do in this less time? How, sir, you may be thinking in your mind, sir, how we can improve upon our interpersonal communication skills. Let me tell you, you have to work upon some basic issues. Number one, be honest. When I say be honest, it looks very simple because most of the people are saying what you are telling, sir. It's a very simple thing. Everybody knows be honest. But saying something and doing something is completely different. If you do not have a habit of being honest in most of the common situations in your life, it is highly impossible that when you are sitting for an interview in any of the big PSUs for your career, you will be able to behave in the most honest manner. No, it is not possible. Do not think that the people who are sitting in the interview panel, they are fool. They are the most experienced and the expertised people in their field. Let me tell you my story. When I appeared for the interview in NTPC in 2009, if I remember correctly, Professor C.L. Wadhwa was the sitting chairman of my interview panel. I was unaware. Some particular person in the panel, he asked me a particular question. I gave the answer. Then the chairperson, who was C.L. Wadhwa, Professor C.L. Wadhwa, one of the, you can say, renowned books on power system, he asked me, where you have read this? So I was not aware because I did not see his photograph. So I was not aware whether he is C.L. Wadhwa or somebody else. So I said, I read it in C.L. Wadhwa. When I was coming out of the interviews, you won't believe, some students were talking that this panel belongs to Professor C.L. Wadhwa. I just torn out my food coupon, threw it because I knew I was very sure that my interview has gone beyond my capability. So I'm not going to be selected. But these things are going to happen. When you are going for these type of interviews, you have to be very, very honest. Number one thing. Number two, you have to practice some mock interviews. You have to practice some mock interviews. Now, mock interviews is not something that you have to pay somebody. You have to give money to somebody so that they can conduct your mock interviews. You can simply ask your elder brother, elder sister, or your parents or your friends, please watch. I am just entering the room and you please ask some random questions. If you belong to that particular field, you can ask the technical questions also. Otherwise, you can ask some basic questions also. Let me give you one simple example. How you can improve upon your interpersonal communication skills. Suppose you are entering any of the PSU jobs interview and he is saying, what is more important for you? What is more important for you? Family or work? What is going to be your answer? Everybody just tell me in the comment section. If you are facing some particular interview in any of the PSU jobs and somebody is asking some HR question like this, what is more important for you, your family or your work? What is going to be your answer? What is going to be your answer? Can you tell me? Now see, after attaining some maturity level, you can very easily understand that definitely family is going to be very, very important. Definitely family is going to be the most important thing for you in your life. You cannot say, now there are some people who can say, no sir, work is very important. Who can say in the interviews, sir, work is very important. Now you are feeling that they will be impressed that this candidate is sacrificing his or her emotions with his or her family and he is giving priority or importance to the work. But you know, my friend, the people who are sitting in the interview panel, they are very shrewd. They are quite experienced and expertised. Within a moment, they will understand that what you are saying is not right. Are you getting this? Are you getting this? So there is one candidate, Mr. Unique is saying both are important work. No. You have to choose only one. Now, if I have to answer this, suppose in place of work, he is saying money. What is more important for you, family or money? If you ask me, sir, what should be my answer? I will suggest you that you say, sir, obviously, for any person, family is going to be the most important thing. But in order to make your family happy, sustainable or secure, money is going to be the second most important thing to run a family. Are you getting this? So you have to be quite diplomatic in your answers. You have to be quite shrewd and smart enough in your answers so that you do not hurt the sentiments or the ego of the interview panel, and you answer them well what is truth according to you. Is it clear, everybody? Just tell me in the comment section. Are you able to follow this? Third thing is read about developing a hobby or interest. Now, you might be quite surprised that whenever somebody talks about interviews, why they are talking about hobby or the interest. This is a simple reason behind this. A healthy mind, a healthy body, and a healthy soul. If you are a stable person, if you are mentally stable, if you are physically stable, then definitely you will be having some likes and some dislikes. It is not possible for human beings that they can like everything or they can dislike everything. There will be some likes and some dislikes. Over a period of time, these likes and dislikes are going to be transformed into interest. And when these interests, some of these interests, one particular interest becomes quite a conviction for you, then it becomes your hobby. Now, suppose you are saying in the interview panel, they are asking, what is your hobby? You are saying, sir, cricket is my hobby. Now, out of a population of 140 crores Indians, I don't know how many people are there who do not say that cricket is their hobby. Everybody watches IPLs and various other cricket series, yes or no? But the moment you will say, sir, cricket is my hobby, they will ask you very simple questions. What is the diameter of the ball? Why only 11 people are there in the team? What is the standard size of the pitch? Are you getting this? And they may introduce some technical questions also with your hobby. So whenever you say something as your hobby in the interview, you should be very cautious. The best solution I can tell you that whenever they are asking any statement about hobby, you never ever say that, sir, my hobby is this. If you have a hobby, if you have developed it, if you have nourished it, and you know each and every nook and corner about this, then it is going to be okay. Otherwise, the best approach is that when they are asking about hobby, you tell them, sir, because I hardly get any time to interact with other things, I have only developed some interest. Are you getting this? Everybody just tell me in the comment section. Never ever say that you have developed this particular hobby until and unless you are quite sure about it. Just 10-15 days, do not say that you have developed a hobby. Even though I am writing about, read about developing a hobby or interest, but you should focus more and more on the interest part. Because when you say your interest is singing, when you say your interest is listening ghazals, then they will not ask you very deep questions from that, because according to their views, interest is something which is temporary. I may be interested when there is IPL season in the cricket. After the IPL season is over, I may get interested in some particular OTT platform web series. So interests are going to be changing over a period of time. Priorities are going to change. But when it comes to hobby is going to be your most dominant like or interest. Are you getting this? Is it clear, everybody? Just tell me in the comment section. So this was about how you can improve upon your interpersonal communication skills. Be honest, practice mock interviews, read about developing a hobby or interest. And one more thing that I'm just telling you, that do not worry about whether you are speaking in Hindi or English. Are you getting this? Are you getting this? Because you cannot improve upon your language abilities in just 10 or 15 days. So it is better you leave that, you focus on what are your strengths, and that is going to give you a better result. Is it clear? Now, what to prepare for interviews at IITs? Number one, maths. 5 core subjects. You can talk about other subjects also, because I belong to electrical engineering. So if you ask me, then I will suggest you to better focus on the core subjects like electrical machines, power system, power electronics, or some other subjects as per your choice. The reason is, when they ask what is your favorite subject, they are more concerned about the core subject, because that is going to be the deciding ones for your career when you go for interviews at IITs. Yes or no? Are you able to follow me? Are you able to follow me? Is it clear? Yes? Baba, tell me yes or no in the comment section, and you are not making me feel motivated. So how I can motivate you? Are you getting this? Mathematics. Why I am saying mathematics? Because sometimes in some of the IITs there is some written test also. They are taking some written tests also. In that written test, there is a significant portion for mathematics. Conventional questions, there may be differential equations, there may be question related to matrices. For example, state space model in control system, they may be asking questions, very fundamental conventional questions from the machines. I'm talking about electrical machines, electrical engineering. Are you getting this? So at least 5 core subjects you should be quite prepared for your interviews at the IITs for MTech programs. Is it clear, everybody? Tell me in the comment section. Apart from that, focus on what after MTech. My friend, this is going to be a very common question, and this is going to be an important criteria for you to decide which particular institute, with which particular stream you are going to do your MTech or the higher studies. This is going to be a very important criteria. What you want to do with your career after MTech, this is going to be the deciding factor. If you want to go into some research field, then your path may be different. You have to choose what is the specialization in which you want to do your PhD. Accordingly, you have to choose the relevant IIT, because that IIT is going to give you a better platform. For example, one of my friend who was doing MTech from IIT Kanpur, he told me there is one particular professor in IIT Kanpur, I don't remember the name exactly, but it is Professor Dhananjay. He is a big name in material science. He is a big name. So accordingly, you have to search all these options if you want to go for higher studies like PhD or other research related areas. If you simply want to go for jobs, suppose your rank is not that good that you are getting a PSU interview call, but still you want some jobs, so you are going for IITs, because you know that IIT campuses are going to have a better placement scenario in comparison to other colleges. Then accordingly, you have to choose the particular IIT. So these are some small things that you have to understand. But as far as interview is concerned, you should be very clear what you want to do with your GATE rank or the score when you are opting for higher studies programs at various IITs. Is it clear for everybody? Just tell me in the comment section. Ananya Roy is asking control network, signal, mass, electrical machines. Can I go with this? Definitely you can go. definitely you can go. Any of the 5 subjects, you must be quite confident. You must be quite, you can say, you must be completing all those subjects before you enter into the examination, before you enter into the interview room. I just tell you my experience at the BARC interview. When I appeared, I think it's BARC or IC Bangalore, I don't remember. I think it's IC Bangalore. When I appeared for one interview for MTech program in IC Bangalore, there were 14 professors sitting for the technical round of interview. 14 professors. When I opened the door and the peon was escorting me, when I entered the door and I just saw that there are 14 people sitting on the benches, my mind was going here and there. I said, I think I have come to some wrong place. The peon said, no, this is the right place. The moment I entered the room, the head of the department in IC Bangalore, he told me to take up the pen and just write about some eigenvalues, something about some question he gave me about eigenvalues. So if you're going for interviews in IC Bangalore, BARC, DRDO, or like these kind of organizations, be very much prepared with all your subjects, especially 5 subjects. They will not leave you in just 10-15 minutes. They will do a complete postmortem. Are you getting this? So don't go to these interviews with a light mindset. You should be quite prepared when you go for these interviews, because the people who are sitting for the interviews as interview panel, they are quite serious for their job and they are very passionate about what they do and how they do. Are you getting this? Tell me in the comment section. I told you core subjects because when you talk about core subjects, it shows your mental aptitude. Are you getting this? But what subjects you told me, you can say that these are your subjects, because control going to be one of the core subjects. You can say it belongs to electrical and electronics both. Like network is also going to be one of the core subject. Okay. So you can choose any of the at least 5 subjects as per your choice, but I prefer core subjects means electrical machines, power system, power electronics. You may add 2 more subjects like control or network, or any other subjects of your choice, maybe signal. Are you getting this? If you belong to electrical engineering, that is what I am saying. Definitely, Ritik, as per the number of applicants, most of the IITs, they conduct written part and the interviews also. Most of the IITs now. When I appeared for the interview at that time, very less people used to go for MTech. So that was the time when the competition was not that difficult. But now it is going to be highly competitive. So it is not just that you have secured some rank in the GATE examination. No, you have to go some extra miles. You have to continue your preparation. You have to work on yourself in terms of your personality and in terms of your technical knowledge, until and unless you are finally getting a seat, whether it is PSUs or the IIT's MTech program. Is it clear, everybody? Just tell me in the comment section. Now let us talk about what to prepare for interviews for PSUs. See, the first thing you have to understand about, your BTech achievements. Are you getting this? Because PSU's interviews, more and more they are going to focus on the HR part of the interview. Definitely they will be asking you technical questions also, but the quality of questions that you are going to get into the PSU's interviews and IIT's interviews for MTech or higher studies program, that is going to be completely different. IITs are going to focus more and more on the technical dimension of your personality, technical knowledge that you are having, technical aptitude. But when it comes to PSU's jobs, they are going to focus more and more on your interpersonal skills, your managerial skills. You see, most of the PSU jobs, they are giving you the designation of management trainee. Are you getting this? So you are going to act as a technical manager who has the technical expertise. With your technical expertise, at the end of the day, you have to act as a manager. So when you act as a manager, your interpersonal skills are going to be very, very important. So the first thing you should be very, very comfortable is your BTech achievements. It may be gold medal. It may be your achievements in a particular subject. It may be achievements in your BTech project. It may be some paper you have published or any other things which you feel you have done something great in your BTech. That is going to be very, very important. Second thing is, as per the particular PSU, see the previous year pattern. The previous year pattern questions are going to be very, very important when you are going for interviews in the PSUs. They all are available. I think most of them must be available on BYJU'S Exam Prep app or the website that you can just go and check. So from that you can get what are the previous year interview questions and you can prepare them, because most of the time those questions are repeated. Most of the time the questions are repeated. Are you getting this? Because the people who are sitting in the interview panel, apart from one or two candidate in the interview panel, most of them, they belong to the same organization. So they might not be getting enough opportunity to read various things, even though they are very much close to the practical application of the knowledge that you have gained. So the next point is practical application. Practical application is going to be very, very important when you go for interviews at any of the PSUs. Suppose you go for NTPC. Are you getting this? Now they may be asking you questions. Why the boiler temperature is at 1600 degrees centigrades? You must have an answer for this. And how the people who are working in that environment, they are protected. You must search it on internet. You see the previous year interview questions they have asked. If you are going for PGCIL, Power Grid Corporation of India Limited, then accordingly you can prepare your interviews. Something is that when you go for PSU's interviews, you can quite judge the way your interview is going to be conducted. Apart from that, most of the PSUs, they are having group discussion. Group discussion. Are you going to follow me? See, English is not required, Ananya, for your interviews. English is, I already told you that English is not a major concern for your interpersonal skills. If you know a little bit tutti-frutti English, broken English, and your ideas are well equipped, your personality throw is well equipped, then you can beat a candidate who is well versed in English, spoken English, but he is not that much oriented. So it's about projecting yourself when 10 other people are standing with you. Are you getting this? Are you getting this? Tell me in the comment section. Is it clear, everybody? So let me go to the last part of our discussion. Technical integrity is the key to success. Now I could have simply wrote here integrity, but I am writing technical integrity because we all are engineers, we belong to the technical field, and at the end of the day, whatever job we are going to do, somehow we are going to use our technical expertise. You have to understand the meaning of integrity. You tell me one reason, after completing the written part of the examination, why most of the reputed organizations or IITs, they go for interviews. The reason is integrity. What is the meaning of integrity? Because I teach ethics also, so I can tell you very easily what is integrity. Integrity means if the situation is different, then your values are not going to be changing. Suppose there is a person who is saying, I do not take bribe. So if you say no bribe, then ₹1 is also going to be a bribe for you, and ₹1 crore is also going to be a bribe for you. It is not that you are saying no, ₹1 is going to be a bribe for me, but if somebody offers you 1 crore, you will say, okay, it is a very huge amount. There is nothing in honesty or integrity. Just take it. If you do so, then you are not a person of integrity. A person of integrity, his values are not going to change when the environment is going to change, when the situations or the circumstances are going to change. So any interview in this world is only and only conducted to check only one quality in any of the candidate, that is integrity. If they offer you this job, whether your values are going to change or not, because definitely when lakhs and lakhs of people are going to compete for a particular job, that job is going to be highly authoritative with lot of responsibility. Your one signature, your one decision is going to affect the life of hundreds and thousands and millions of common people. So definitely they want to check the technical integrity. Are you able to follow this? Let me give you, please wait, I will give you enough opportunity to ask or raise your doubts, okay? And I will try my level best to answer most of those doubts, but please understand how you can use or perform well in this dimension of your interview, how you can improve upon your integrity. Let me give you one example. Suppose in your interview, they are asking 10 questions. Are you getting this? Suppose in your interview, the interview panel, they are asking 10 questions. Suppose these 10 questions, you don't know a single thing. You don't know a single thing. Then you should directly tell, even after 2-3 questions, the moment you enter into the interview room, the moment you get the first question beyond your head, no problem, wait for the next question. But there must be a little positive smile on your face. Second question, again gone beyond. Now it is high time for you. You should not wait for 8 more questions to be asked and not able to answer that. What is the best thing? You can tell the chairman of the interview, sir, this is not my comfortable area. Okay? My comfortable areas are this. You can ask me questions from this area. And this is the reason most of the reputed PSUs or the IITs, they are asking questions. Before asking questions, they are asking, what is your favorite subject? Now, once you say these 3, 4, 5 subjects are your favorite subjects, now you can't go back. Otherwise, your integrity is going to be questioned. Now, suppose you are going for interview in IIT Kanpur or IIT Bombay or IIT Delhi. They are asking your most favorite subject. You are saying, sir, power system. They are asking, just explain a particular fault. Yes? And when they ask, then you are watching the fan. It means you are not a person of technical integrity. Or in short, you can say you are not a person of integrity. You will lose the job. What is the best thing? What you know, you know. What you don't know, you don't know. Better sit at the steering seat, driving seat of your interview. The moment you feel it is going here and there, you directly address to the interview panel or the chairman, I'm very sorry, sir, but I am not comfortable with this particular area of this subject. Please ask me questions from this area. Are you getting this? Are you getting this? Tell me in the comment section. Yes, everybody, just tell me in the comment section. Are you able to follow this? Now is the time. Any questions? If you have any question regarding anything related to your interviews, whether you are going for PSU's interviews or MTech or higher studies interviews, you can ask me. Yes, everyone, just tell me in the comment section, and you should be very fast because already we have gone beyond the stipulated time, 45 minutes. It's almost 50 minutes we have completed, so we have just 5 minutes. If you want to ask any of the questions, I am very happy to answer that. So my friends, your favorite and my favorite, Abhinav Negi sir, not only a great teacher, a great human being, I must say. Everybody just say hi to Abhinav Negi sir. And thank you so much, sir, for coming to the session. It's always a delight when you come to the session. Raj Shikhar is asking what is going to be the rank for PSU calls. Let me tell you, in general, I am telling you less than 200. In general, I am telling you across all the engineering streams. If you are having all India rank less than 200, then you can think about any of the PSU's interview calls that is going to be converted into the final recruitment. If you are beyond this, it means you are on the margins, you are on the borders. That may or may not be situation. Good evening, Arnav, Avinash. Yes, Avinash, what is your query? Amit Upadhyay is saying, sir, how to get practical questions of EC subjects? You can find these kind of questions on the BYJU'S Exam Prep app. They must be available. If you have any doubt, you can contact our backend team. They are going to help you in this. Because we have lot of quality content on our app, BYJU'S Exam Prep. There is nothing which is, there is no stone unturned. Each and every dimension of your preparation we have covered as a one-stop solution. You just go to the BYJU'S Exam Prep app, you will get everything. Anand Rai is saying, sir, NITs conduct interview or not? See, it depends. It depends on the number of applicants, but maybe I'm not sure about the NITs, but they may also conduct. Anytime they can conduct. If 5 seats or 10 seats out of 5 or 10 seats, they are getting 500 applicants. What they will do? They are not going to take interviews for 500 candidates. They will simply put a written test. Are you getting this? This is a common sense. Amit Upadhyay, from where? BYJU'S Exam Prep app you can go. Yes. Shrikant Reddy is saying, does BTech project matter? A lot. 100%. The first thing that you are going to conquer or you are going to face in your interview is your BTech project. And let me tell you, very important thing raised by this Shrikant Reddy. Let me talk about a little bit about the BTech project. Suppose you have done a BTech project, which is not really a project. Maybe you are from a private engineering college. Then do not try to fool the people who are sitting in IITs or the PSU interview panel. Are you getting this? You can simply say, sir, this is my BTech project. Sir, this is my BTech project or thesis. You must be able to defend your contribution in the project. And you don't say anything which you can't defend. Are you getting this? Because this is a reality. Private engineering college, everybody cannot have the luxury to go for real projects. It's a reality, it's a harsh truth. They also know. But the only thing they don't want to listen from your mouth is dishonesty. Are you getting this? Everybody just tell me in the comment section. So BTech project is going to be a very important thing. Okay? And you should be only and only focusing on your BTech project and your contribution. Your contribution. What is your contribution? That is going to be very, very important. Mr. AIR is saying, that does all IITs take interviews? See, why you are worrying about that? Suppose you get a particular rank. It is not that the moment you get the rank, you have decided, oh, I will go to this particular institute. No, you must be filling the application forms for various IITs. Yes, for most of the people. I'm not saying for rank 1. Are you getting this? For most of the people, they must be applying here and there. So better you make yourself prepared. Even if there is a written test or not, the interview is not, but you should be prepared, na? Are you getting this? Amit Upadhyay is saying, if somebody has not made the project, no problem. So you can search for some good project, okay? But be ready that you can answer some of the basic questions. Avinash, you can repeat your query. I am not able to see the previous queries because a lot of comments I am getting. Ananya, you should first focus on the core branch. Otherwise, in other branches, you have to see what are the future possibilities. Then only you can go for that. See, there is no issue, Alan. You better focus on electrical engineering core subjects because your BTech is in electrical engineering. So you must focus on core subjects of your electrical engineering in which you are comfortable. It's not that simply I am saying core subjects. So even if you are not comfortable with a particular subject, you are saying it in the interview. No, only those subjects, core subjects in which you are comfortable, and better focus on electrical engineering. So friends, I hope it's enough question answer, and let us conclude this session. Thank you so much for joining me live in the discussion. But before we leave, a very important session we are coming up with 5th of March 8 p.m. tomorrow about GATE 2023 and 2024. This session is going to be conducted by me and your favorite, my favorite, Rakesh Talleja sir. And this session we are going to announce the strategy, right time to start, and the tips and tricks to conquer your GATE examination. And we are coming up with a complete comprehensive series. So thank you so much friends for joining me live in the discussion. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to BYJU'S Exam Prep PSU and GATE. I am coming to your doubts, don't worry. Yes, any more doubts? I cannot tell you IIT cutoff this year because I am not an astrologer, but I can tell you that if you are, as far as electrical engineering is concerned, because I cannot say about other streams, but if you are getting more than 75 marks, then you can expect a call from IITs. If you are getting more than 80 marks, then you can expect calls from various PSUs which can be converted. Thank you so much, Wagmi. See, it's not that big difference between MTech and MS. Okay, you can just contact me on my personal Telegram group, then I will answer. But it's not a big difference. Whatever we have discussed is going to be sufficient whether you go for MTech or MS or any PSUs. So friends, once again, thank you so much for joining me live in the discussion, and do not forget to join me again tomorrow, 5th of March. Me and Rakesh Talleja sir, we are coming up with a very important news for all of you who are preparing for GATE 2023 and 2024. Till then, goodbye. Stay connected. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody.